Welcome, all students. Today we will do the revisions of the life process in living organism part 1. As we had studied in last 5 lectures, we had total 6 lectures. We had completed the life process of living organism part 1. So if you not went through, then please go through that 6 lectures of mine, and then you can able to see this video also for the revision purpose. So in this chapter we had studied with the living organism and living process. So various organ system plays a very important function in human body. So that various functions and various systems are nothing but like we having a digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, and that is been controlled with the nervous system. Along with that nervous system, it is having a complete coordination in between this system. So this required energy, and that energy is coming from the in the form of ATP, and the ATP is known to be adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. So when we think about this adenosine triphosphate, the energy form we are getting from the various sources of energies plays an important role, and that various sources of energies are nothing but the carbohydrate, fats, lipid, and also protein, which provide the energy to the specifically all human being and animal. Along with that, in carbohydrate we are having a glucose, which is nothing but a basic unit of the carbohydrate. So when we think of it, that has been placed in this para of your particularly chapter. So whatever the energy is produced in the cell, it is in the mitochondria. The mitochondria is known as a harvested for the energy purpose, and it is known as a powerhouse unit of the cell. Then along with the food source, or we can say article source, is nothing but we require the oxygen for this process, and this oxygen is coming from the particularly we can say respiration. So these are nothing but all oxygen is nothing but circulated through the circulatory system. Along with that, various component of this energy source is also circulated through the circulatory system, that is a blood. So human animal sorry, human animal having a particularly we can say fruits, vegetable, and other sources of carbohydrates, lipid, proteins are there, which is nothing but we providing the energy to us. Now plants are autotrophics. Plants are autotrophs means what? Plants can utilize particularly produce their own food with the help of chlorophyll and then light energy, and that is being converted for some energy is being utilized, some food is utilized for the growth purpose, and the other is converted or stored into fruits, leaves, stem, roots, etc. So that has been a first para of your particularly we can say of your book. Now when we think about carbohydrate is provided by the milk, fruit, jaggery, vegetable, sweet potato, jawar, ragi, rice, wheat. So this is nothing but 1 gram of carbohydrate giving a 4000 kilocalorie, that is a 4000 calorie. So that is nothing but a 4000 calorie. So 4 kilocalorie means what? 4000 calorie you can convert into calorie form. Now human being, particularly we can say respirations. In the respiration we had studied in the second lecture we had studied the diagram of this is nothing but we can say in this diagram I had explained you which are the components of the respiratory system. In that we had completed this one: nose, then mouth, then pharynx, then larynx. Along with that we having a trachea, then bronchioles, then bronchi containing alveoli, and then along with that we having a ribs also, which is thoracic cage. So likewise various system we had human respiratory system we had studied. So respiration is a two type mainly, we can say, just one second, I will adjust this one. Okay. So human being having a respiration specifically, we can say we are inhaling the O2 and we are exhaling the CO2. Now when we think about the respiration, there are two type of respiration: body respiration is there, and then particularly we can say cellular respiration is there. Body respiration means what? Exhale a CO2 from the body and inhale O2 from the atmosphere or environment. That is known as a particularly we can say body respiration. What do you mean by cellular respiration? Every cell required the oxygen. Every cell particularly doing the metabolism. So that cellular respiration again divided into two types. One is aerobic respiration. Then second is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration involved oxygen and anaerobic respiration does not involve oxygen. That is very important. Now respiration in a cellular level. What do you mean by respiration in a cellular level? So specifically we can say carbohydrate is a source of energy and it is utilized for the production of the energy in daily need. So whenever the energy obtained in the form of ATP, and for this purpose glucose particularly we can say it oxidize. Glucose means what? Carbohydrate oxidize step by step inside the cell and it is producing a particularly we can say energy, and that is known as a cellular respiration. That is known as a cellular respiration. In a higher living organism it is nothing but we can say we are having a specifically cellular respiration in two types. One is anaerobic and one is aerobic. Aerobic means what? In the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic means what? In the absence of oxygen. Now we had went through a particularly we can say aerobic respiration of glucose. In the second lecture we had completed this part. To oxidize in the three step, particularly we can say in the presence of oxygen or aerobic respiration of glucose is takes place in a three step. First is glycolysis, second is TCA cycle, and third is electron transport chain reaction. So in glycolysis which is been held in a cytoplasm, glycolysis जो है वो cytoplasm में बनता cytoplasm में होता है. So glycolysis is nothing but happening in the cytoplasm. One molecule of glucose, what is the definition of glycolysis? Is nothing but a molecule of glucose oxidized step by step for the formation of two molecules of each, and that is nothing but we can say pyruvic acid. Then along with that ATP, two molecules of NADH2 and water is formed. So this is nothing but definition. A molecule of glucose undergo oxidize step by step for the formation of two molecules of each, that is pyruvic acid, ATP, NADH2 and water. And then this molecule of pyruvic acid further undergo convert into acetyl coenzyme A. Molecules of pyruvic acid whichever we are getting from the glycolysis, it will convert into acetyl coenzyme A, and this acetyl coenzyme A is forming a two molecules of NADH2 and two molecules of CO2. So that is a glycolysis. And what do you mean by NADH2? Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. That is nothing but we can say NADH2. So here we completed the glycolysis revision. Then the second one, the TCA cycle. TCA cycle is also known as a tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is also known to be Krebs cycle. It is also known as a citric acid cycle. So this, what is happening in this? It is an open cycle. It is nothing but we can say, what do you mean by TCA cycle? Is nothing but a cyclic function. Means what? It is happening in a mitochondria. Specifically, TCA cycle is happening in a mitochondria. That's why acetyl coenzyme, which is formed from the glycolysis, this acetyl coenzyme acetyl coenzyme A undergo a particular cyclic chain reaction in a particularly we can say mitochondria. It will undergo cyclic chain reaction, that is known as a tricarboxylic acid cycle. That is known as a tricarboxylic acid cycle. So what is the definition? Acetyl coenzyme A, and it will move or we can say it will enter into the mitochondria, and it is undergo cyclic chain reaction to form a particular tricarboxylic acid cycle. From this tricarboxylic acid cycle, what is happening in this cycle? And this acetyl CoA part, it's completely oxidized this cyclic process, and it will convert to form a molecules of CO2, H2O, NADH2 and FADH2. It will undergo and form a CO2, H2O, NADH2 and FADH2. What is NADH2? We had studied nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. What is a FADH2? Flavin adenine dinucleotide. So up to this we had completed the TCA cycle. revision. Then the next one, electron transport chain reaction. This electron transport chain reaction is happening in a particularly what is forming in TCA cycle is NADH2 and FADH2. This NADH2 and FADH2 undergo electron transport chain reaction. This is operate in mitochondria. It is happening in a mitochondria. This mitochondria structure you can able to see here. This is nothing but a mitochondrial structure which is having a fatty acid, pyruvic acid. It is having a double membrane, and then mitochondrial matter it is having, that is nothing but the matrix, and that is electron transport chain mechanism takes place. Electron transport chain reaction or chain mechanism takes place in this particularly mitochondria. So what you can say, it is ETC, it is known to be electron transport chain. So how many ATPs can be formed? So in this electron transport chain mechanism, NADH2 to form a 3 ATP and FADH to form a 2 ATP. FADH to form a 2 ATP, whereas NADH to form a 3 ATP. Now, so what is the output of it? So molecules of glucose completely oxidize in aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration to form a CO2 and H2O. Now, when we think of it, in absence or we can say insufficient of carbohydrate, मतलब क्या है कि whenever we don't have a carbohydrate in our body or we are having a less, we can say carbohydrate supplement, so in that case lipid and protein can form a energy. How? This lipid can convert into fatty acid and this fatty acid can convert into acetyl CoA, and this acetyl CoA undergo oxidation to go to Krebs cycle. Then protein also convert into amino acid, and this amino acid can convert to form a particularly acetyl CoA, and then further oxidation to form a goes to the Krebs cycle. So this is likewise it is forming a energy. And ATP, when we think about it, ATP plays an important role. So you can see here, ATP chemically is nothing but known as adenine triphosphate. So I will show you in bigger size so that you can able to see what is happening. See ATP. So this ATP is nothing but you can say adenine is a base of it. Then ribose is the sugar molecule, and phosphate which is a more energy bond. So these phosphate, 3 phosphates are present, that's why it is known as a adenosine triphosphate. So adenosine itself, it is containing base and sugar moiety. Then this forming a one phosphate molecule will break, and that is forming a energy, and it is forming a ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. It is forming a adenosine diphosphate, and this one phosphate will break, and that is releasing the energy. So phosphate molecules are nothing but we can say a very important source of the particularly energy. So this likewise we had studied this one. Then we had move on to the cycle in the third lecture. So that third lecture was consist of the process of energy production through the aerobic respiration of a carbohydrate, protein and fats. Means what? In this we had studied a cycle which is nothing but we can say very important for the process of the energy production through the aerobic respiration of carbohydrate. So what is happening in the that carbohydrate is source of energy, it will go glycolysis, it will undergo glycolysis, then it is forming a pyruvic acid, this pyruvic acid to form acetyl CoA, this acetyl CoA undergo Krebs cycle, and it will convert into CO2, H2O and energy. Now protein is also going to form a amino acid, it will break down to form amino acid, this amino acid will go into acetyl CoA, and this particularly undergo Krebs cycle, and then energy will produce. The lipids, when in absence of carbohydrate, lipids will convert into fatty acid, and this fatty acid can form acetyl CoA, and that is nothing but forming a further undergo Krebs cycle to form a energy, CO2 and water. The 3 scientists were there, particularly we can see in a glycolysis which is to be formed. One second, it will get rotated, sorry for that. So what is happening? So 3 scientists were invented the glycolysis, or specifically we can say, just this one. So three scientists were there, particularly we can say, which is involved in the glycolysis invention, and that is known to be a particularly we can say Gustav Emden, Otto Meyerhoff, Jacob Parnas, and particularly we can see in 1953 they discover a particular they got a particularly we can say these three scientists had been named on honor of these three scientists. Glycolysis is been named as Emden-Meyerhoff pathway. It is named as Emden-Meyerhoff Parnas pathway, EMPP pathway. That is nothing but we can say EMP pathway. That is Emden, Meyerhoff and Parnas pathway. Then scientist Krebs had been discovered a particularly Krebs cycle, that is also known as a tricarboxylic acid cycle. Now we had studied the anaerobic respiration. So first of all, going through the chart, we have to understand what do you mean by aerobic respiration. We will do the revision of it. So energy production in microorganism are through anaerobic respiration. So this is nothing but our 15 page number which we had explained. I had explained in a third lecture. So energy production in microorganism through the anaerobic respiration, and this what happen, particularly organism undergo respiration without oxygen, with means what, in absence of oxygen, and that respiration is known as a anaerobic respiration. So what will happen, glucose will incompletely oxidize and it will less amount of energy is been forming. It is incompletely oxidized and it is forming a less amount of energy. So what is happening, we get the glycolysis in that pyruvic acid. So in anaerobic respiration and in the presence of enzyme, this pyruvic acid convert into organic acid or alcohol. It will convert into organic acid or alcohol. So that is nothing but we can say this is called as a fermentation. So fermentation means what, specifically we can say glycolysis and particularly fermentation is nothing but two steps of anaerobic respiration. Glucose will incompletely oxidize and it is forming a less amount of energy. It is forming a less amount of energy, and that is nothing but further this pyruvic acid under anaerobic respiration, it is forming organic acid or alcohol in the presence of various enzymes, and that is known as a fermentation. So we had seen this in third lecture. Then say example, higher plants, animals, aerobic respiration of microorganism. Further, in a depletion of O2 means what, human being also in exercise, I had explained in that lecture how we can in exercise, a particular gap up of exercise, we can able to undergo the anaerobic respiration. Our body will undergo the anaerobic respiration, and depletion of O2 is also goes to the anaerobic respiration. So what is the purpose, we can find out. So in a particularly we can say in human being, it is a forming like this. Another product, say example, I had given you, muscle cells in exercise, they will undergo anaerobic respiration and less amount of energy is produced, and that is nothing but it will accumulate the lactic acid, which is a byproduct of it. And once the lactic acid is been formed, then that the person feel tired, and also pain in up muscles will occur because of the lactic acid. So in that we had seen the chart of the anaerobic respiration in living organism. In that chart I had explained you how the glucose is glycolysis undergo, then pyruvic acid. In anaerobic respiration, it is a process known as a fermentation, and that fermentation will give a different product like vinegar, vitamin, etc. by the various microorganism, and that is nothing but forming. So glucose undergo particularly to form a various organism to form and undergo anaerobic respiration. The process is known as a fermentation, and it is forming a different product like vinegar, vitamin. Then this pyruvic acid, which is undergo fermentation to form a lactic acid in human being, and that may present in a muscle cells and erythrocyte causing a pain. Then glycolysis and forming a pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid undergo fermentation can form a alcohol and organic acids with the help of yeast is there. That is nothing but we can say you can get a various products you can able to get by the anaerobic respiration. So here we had completed the chart of anaerobic respiration. So that is very important that we had completed. Now the next one. energy from a different food component. So that was the chapter, this one. Energy from the chapter is nothing but page number 16. So in that, energy from a different food component, the excess of carbohydrate giving energy, but excess of the carbohydrate can convert into in the body in the form of glycogen, and it is stored in the liver and muscle. It can be stored in the liver and muscles. Whereas a protein are nothing but metabolized. A protein is made up of what? Amino acid. There are 20 amino acids are there, and that is nothing but peptide linkage is there. So this protein in particularly we can say undergo metabolism, and it is forming the amino acid. Protein digestion or metabolism forming amino acid. It will go through the blood. It will carry through the blood to the different cell and organs, and that cell and organ can form a different types of protein which is required for the body. And that is nothing but we can say, otherwise proteins are not stored in the body. It can convert into urea, and that is been excreted. So it is 1 gram of protein giving a 4 kilocalorie or 4000 calorie of the particularly we can say energy purpose. And the animal protein, a protein obtained from animal, is known as a first class protein. It is known as a first class protein. So likewise we got the particular different food component we had studied. Then amino acid I had given in lecture also, that how you can remember the this amino acid and their particular different proteins obtained from a amino acid, or we can say amino acid. The first is skin, melanin, keratin, blood, hemoglobin, antibodies. Then muscle is nothing but actin and myosin, flexible protein. Then amino acid forming a cell. So you can go through my total lecture of fourth one. Then fourth lecture you can able to get this all information how to remember. Then amino acid can form a cell, various protein, cell membrane, various enzyme. Then bone, osine, that is nothing but we can say protein. Then pancreas, which is producing insulin, trypsin. Then pituitary glands, which is producing various hormones. So you can go through the lectures. It is nothing but just we had revised this one. Then excess of amino acid is not stored in the body. Excess of amino acid, excess of protein cannot be stored in the body. So what will happen? This amino acid will convert to form ammonia, and that is eliminated from the body. Otherwise, the other pathway is what? Excess of protein is there, that convert into glucose, and then further it is nothing but that process is known as a gluconeogenesis. That is process known as a gluconeogenesis. Now, plants and minerals, at we had studied in this also, in this chapter, this page number 17 we had studied particular plants and minerals, and specifically 16 and 17 we are doing the revision. In this what will happen? The plants is having a mineral undergo de novo, and it is forming a different type of protein. An enzyme present in plant is known as a chloroplast, that is known as a rubisco. That is known as a rubisco, which is nothing but the one enzyme present in a plant chloroplast. And most of the abundant protein found in the nature, that is nothing but rubisco enzyme. Now, as we seen carbohydrate, how it's forming, metabolizing, then protein metabolizing and giving energy source. So lipid is also one of the substance. Lipid definition is what? Substance which is having a specific chemical bond in between the fatty acid and alcohol. Specific chemical bond it is having in the fatty acid and alcohol. That is known as a particularly lipid. The excess store in the particularly the excess of the lipid can be stored in adipose connective tissue, and lipid undergo digestion to form a fatty acid and alcohol, that is absorbed and distributed by the to the different cell by the various substances, and it is forming. Means what? Lipid is nothing but undergo digestion to form a fatty acid and alcohol, and it is absorbed by the different cell, and they forming a various substance. So which are substances this there? One is nothing but we can say one of the great substance or product is a phospholipid, that is helpful for plasma membrane. Then lipid is also covering over the axons of the nerve cells, protecting covering. Then hormone has nothing but produced from the many lipids or fatty acids. That example is progesterone, and there estrogen is there, testosterone, aldosterone. These are the hormone which can be produced with the help of lipid. And that is nothing but we can say 1 gram of lipid giving a 9 kilocalorie. That is nothing but per gram it is giving a 9 kilocalorie. That is means 9,000 calorie of energy by the use of lipid. Okay, now we will move towards vitamin. Vitamin is a specifically we can say group of heterogeneous compound which are essential for the proper operation of various processes in the body. So when we think about the vitamins, vitamins are nothing but we can say essential component of the body. The in body we are having a various biochemical function, and in that operation is nothing but essential for the various process. There are two types of vitamins are there: fat soluble vitamin and the water soluble vitamin. When we think about the fat soluble vitamin, there are A, B, C, D, E, K as total vitamin is divided into fat soluble vitamin is A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Whereas a water soluble vitamin, vitamin B and vitamin C. Vitamin B is nothing but present in a complex form. There are several vitamin B's are there under the vitamin B complex. So that's B1 is there, B2 is there, B5 is there, B6 is there, B12 is there. So likewise, we are having a different vitamin. The example of it is nothing but we can say we had studied the reducing equivalent, that is FADH2 and NADH2, which are forming from riboflavin and nicotinamide respectively. FADH2 is forming from riboflavin and NADH2 is forming from the nicotinamide, which is known as a vitamin B5 and B2 respectively. Now along with the vitamins, we also required for the body source of energy nothing but we can say we require a water. Our body is made up of 65 to 70% of water. So in that 65 to 70% of water, the cell, if we consider, cell is having a 70% of water, weight by weight, whereas the blood plasma having a 90% of water. And for the functioning of the cell or body, it is nothing but require the water content. Without that, it will affect the body, particularly if loss of water, we can say our water is less in a body. Then the next one nutrient is nothing but essential nutrient is fibers. Fibers are, as such it is not having any role, but it is required for the digestion of the other substances. And it is required for the digestion of undigested substances. So what is happening in nowadays, the fiber as a plays an important role. It is there in biscuits. You can see the various advertisement because of this fiber, and this fiber are present in many of the articles of food articles. So why it is required? Because this absorb the water and it can be helpful for the digestion of the undigested substances. So in normally we are getting fibers from vegetables, fruits, cereals, etc., and which are nothing but a source of fibers. Now we will move towards the cell division. Cell division is nothing but we can say it's nothing but very important aspect of the life, and it is essential for the life process. The new organism from the existing ones is required or nothing but the cell division. Along with that, it is a multicellular organism grew up with the cell division itself. So cell division is a specifically we can say two type. One is a mitosis and one is a meiosis. Mitosis is happening in the particularly we can say somatic cells and stem cells, whereas a meiosis is happening in a germ cell. So when we think about the cell division, it is happening in the mitosis meiosis that we had studied in the fifth lecture. In the fifth lecture, we had gone through mitosis, cell division, etc. So you can see the fifth lecture of this life process of part 1, particularly we can say. In that you can study it easily. The fifth lecture, the mitosis in detail I had taken. Now, cell division is nothing but the cell double its chromosome present in nucleus. The 2n is nothing but double to up to 4n. And that is nothing but chromosome structure we had studied in that lectures. Chromosome structure is having a P arm, then long arm is known as Q arm, then centromer is there at the center, and it is made up of DNA molecule is nothing but present in a chromosome. So a pair of each chromosome is present in a particularly we can say in 2n in a cell. Now the revision of mitosis. Mitosis as such we studied, the mitosis has a particular happening in a stem cell and somatic cell. It has a two type of step process. One is a karyokinesis and second is a cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is nothing but known as a nuclear division. Cytokinesis is known as a cytoplasmic division. Karyokinesis is made up of prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So first of all we had studied in our fifth lecture karyokinesis. That prophase is nothing but a condensation of the chromosome takes place. It will become a thick and particularly short and it can be visible. And then along with that it will appear with the sister chromatids. Then centriole become a duplicate and move to the opposite, that is a prophase phase, and the nuclear membrane and nucleolus start disappearing. This is nothing but all about the prophase. Then metaphase we had studied. Metaphase में क्या होता है? Nuclear membrane completely disappear, chromosome completely condensation has been completed, then clear visible the sister chromatids has been seen. Then along with that chromosome will arrange at the equatorial position and parallel to the particularly we can say each other. Then central plane it will be parallel, and then along with that flexible protein fiber has been formed, that is known as a spindle fiber. Then centromer of each chromosome and centrioles are nothing but each chromosome can be appear. Then particularly we can say anaphase, the next phase of it. In anaphase centromer gets splits, sister chromatids of each chromosome separate and it will pull opposite direction, it will move, and then bunch of the bananas which can be seen. See, you can see here in these diagrams. See anaphase, how it has been, a bunch of banana is forming, and then particularly we can say each set of chromosome reach at the opposite pole in the anaphase. Then we just gone through the telophase. This detail you can study in the lecture number 5. In lecture number 5 I had explained easily each and every part. So telophase is a chromosome reach opposite pole of the cell, then it will decondense the chromosome, thread like thin, invisible it will be, then nuclear membrane start disappearing, then two daughters nuclei has been formed, nucleolus appears in each daughter cell and spindle fiber disappear. So that is happening in a particularly mitosis. Then the second step of mitosis, karyokinesis, we just completed. Then the revision of the cytokinesis, cytoplasm divided into daughter cells, then notch at the equatorial position it will be formed and it will deepen. I will show you like this, it will form, then it will deepen gradually and two new cells has been formed in the particularly we can say notch. In a plants it has been forming a cell plate. That is very important. Mitosis is nothing but we can say essential for the growth of the body. It will restore the emaciated body. That is nothing but wound healing. For this purpose it can be used. Then formation of a blood cells, for that it can be utilized, is nothing but we can say we had completed mitosis. So I had also explained in a sixth lecture, I had explained you what do you mean by homologous chromosome. A chromosome pair of approximately same length, centromer, position and starting pattern of for the genes which is from the same corresponding loci is known as a homologous chromosome. So we are having a two set pair of particularly we can say chromosome, homologous chromosome, that is known as a from one is from father and one is from mother, and this together is known as a sister chromatids and this known as a sister chromatids and nothing but the homologous chromosome. Meiosis. In meiosis I had explained in a sixth lecture of our class is nothing but I had explained this particular topic, meiosis. So in meiosis what happened, completely we can say it is a completed through the two stages, that is nothing meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. It is happening in a germ cell specifically. So meiosis 1 is consist of prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, and the meiosis 2 is nothing but we can say it is also same, this one prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So in meiosis 1 the recombination or crossover of the homologous chromosome occur, then not in a sister chromatids is nothing but divide into two groups. The two haploid cell it will form in a first meiosis 1, then meiosis 2 the another particularly 4. So from one cell in meiosis there are 4 haploid cells are formed. So in meiosis 2, what is happening? In meiosis 2, particularly we can say four haploid cell particularly form from the particularly one diploid cell. So in meiosis 1 is happening with the recombination and crossover of the homologous chromosome, not in sister chromatin. Two haploid cell is forming in meiosis 1, and meiosis 2 again that two are forming a four particularly cell. So two haploid cell forming in meiosis 1 that will undergo division with the recombined sister chromatids, and it is forming a four haploid cell. It is forming a four haploid cell, and crossing over between the homologous chromosome, genetic recombination is occurring in particularly meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So how it is been done, I will show you. So this is nothing but we can say these are homologous chromosomes, two set of, then it will form in a meiosis 1, it will form a particularly we can say crossing over is done, and crossing over is forming a daughter nuclei. Two daughter nuclei has been formed, is nothing but a haploid cell. Then further these again undergo particularly meiosis 2, and meiosis 2 will form a daughter nuclei like this, and that is nothing but on forming a haploid cell from a one particularly we can say diploid cell. And likewise we had completed the topic revision also. So if you want these see these notes I will provide in a particular link. If you require, please comment in a comment section, so I will provide you personally. These notes all are also available. So now you can go through my 6 lectures of this topic along with the one topic revision, this one. And thank you very much for kind listen. And please subscribe channel for total 10th science 2 subject. Thank you.